For pre-need, funerals, burials, or cremations, it is, since 1974, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Mrs. Buford Fisk will be this morning at 11 o'clock from the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Green Hill Cemetery. Visitation prior to the service this morning, 10 until 11, at the Childersburg Chapel. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Mr. Marion Gene Ingram of Sylacauga died at his residence Tuesday morning. Memorial service on Friday at 2 p.m. at Curtis & Son North. Visitation from 11 until 2 on Friday at Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel. Online condolences at curtisonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Memorial service for Mr. Kennan McLaughlin, age 58, will be Saturday, April 22nd, from the Oldfield Baptist Church, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, directing. Memorial service for Mr. Keith Barnett, age 65, will be Saturday at 2 p.m. from Grace Baptist Church in Childersburg. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Max Howe Dawkins, age 87, of Ashland, is today at 2 o'clock from Mellow Valley Baptist Church, with Brother Joel Maxwell and Brother James Owens officiating. Burial in the Clay County Memory Gardens. Mr. Dawkins died April 16th at his residence. He was a member of the Mellow Valley Baptist Church, but had been attending Liberty Hill United Methodist Church in Alexander City. The body will lie in state at the church from 1 until 2 today prior to the service. Online condolences at BenefieldFuneralHome.com. Benefield Funeral Home, Ashland, directing. Don A. Turner Sr., age 72, died April 17th. Graveside service this morning at 11 o'clock from Blue Eye Baptist Church Cemetery in Lincoln, with the Reverend Ray Crump officiating. Online condolences at UrseryFuneralHome.com. Contributions can be made to the Craig Memorial Methodist Church in East Teboga. Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Louise Burns Oden, age 94, is today at 1 p.m. from New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Visitation 1 hour prior to the service. Mrs. Oden died April 12th in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service today at 2 o'clock for Sarah Wren Langley, age 80. That service from Talladega Funeral Home. The Reverend Otis Gray is officiating. Burial in the Midway Memory Gardens Cemetery. Online condolences at TalladagaFuneralHomeInc.com. Talladega Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. Graveside service for Mrs. Sue Edwards Towns, age 95, of Alexander City, is today at 4 o'clock from Hillview Memorial Park. Reverend Blue Barterman officiating. The family receiving friends today, 2:30 till 3:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Towns died April 13th. She was a member of the First United Methodist Church of Alexander City. In lieu of flowers, the family requests that donation be made to the First United Methodist Church in Alexander City or to a charity of one's choice. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, directing. Memorial service for A.J. Kirkland Jr. Will be Thursday, April the 20th at 1 p.m. at the Marble City Baptist Church in Sylacauga. A.J. from Sylacauga passed away Thursday, April the 13th. He was a Vietnam veteran in the United States Army from 1967 to 1969. He served with the 3rd Battalion, 187th Infantry, 101 Airborne Division. Mr. Kirkland received 2 Purple Hearts during his service. He was seriously wounded in a firefight in Vietnam, where he received a shrapnel wound to the head, which blinded him in his right eye. After returning to the States, A.J. Kirkland finished high school at Sylacauga High. Many of you know A.J., and he was a tremendous artist, painted portraits and lot of sign painting done by A.J. in his day. A memorial service for A.J. Kirkland Jr. will be Thursday, 1 p.m. from Marble City Baptist Church in Sylacauga. Deliner E. Jenkins, age 76, died April the 17th at Shelby Medical Center. Funeral service 11 o'clock today at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. The Reverend Joe Daniel officiating. Burial in the Oak Hill Cemetery. The family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the service, 10 until 11 o'clock. Mrs. Jenkins was a native and lifelong resident of Talladega. She was a member of the New Hope Baptist Church and former owner of Upchurch Garage. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the New Hope Baptist Church in Talladega. Online condolences offered at urseryfuneralhome.com, Ursery Funeral Home Talladega directing. Latrice Watson, age 51, died April 16th. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary announcing. Visitation for Rosa Lee W Shifflett, age 88, will be Thursday from 9:30 till 10:30 at Ursery Funeral Home Talladega, followed by a celebration of life of Ms. Shifflett at 11 a.m. in the mausoleum at Pine Hill Cemetery with the Reverend Pat Hurst officiating. In lieu of flowers, memorials can be made to the Hephzibah Baptist Church in Renfro Road in Talladega. Mrs. Shifflett died Tuesday, April the 18th. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega in charge of the funeral arrangements. This obituary report brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-needs, funerals, burials, or cremations. It is, since 1974, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.